Are you gonna have to bring my phone to check? Just because I was gonna say,
Can I just call it?
but you know what it is. Wait, let me check you. Let me check you real quick. Let me check you real quick. I'll tell you now which episode you're on.
Don't forget that you're still ahead though, like numbers wise.
Yeah. It should be today's Booch is 57. Benji is 58. This is 59. So we're in on 60 today. 59.
59.
Yeah.
Is it TSA or TSA?
It's TSA, but it's South Africa, so you can remix it, you know.
Episode 59. Put me on Switch. Featuring TSA. Ready.
Yeah, ready, bro. What it do? It is another week. It is another episode. It is Wednesday, and it's none other than Put Me on Switch right here on the tube. And it's all about up and coming artists. Some artists you might know, some artists you won't know. And yeah, man, some artists just need a platform to build their name. You know, got to talk about their music. And you know, for me, it's just been a crazy journey finding out about all these up and coming artists, what they're doing to improve the scene, to keep the scene alive, and what makes them different, what makes them special. And you know, that's what I gotta moderate. And you know, we're not giving them cosigns, but yo, if they're worthy of it, we might just give them cosigns. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Make sure you like, subscribe. Let us know what you think of the show. Let us know who you'd like to see on the show. Of course, let us also know what kind of brands you want to see on the show. You know, if it's any local brands, like of course, you know, sporting that Bhutan, you know, that Africanism right here on the show. And yo, we're coming to live from M Studios. Make sure you like, subscribe. Hit us up with the photo. Just do the right thing. Share the freestyles. Share the show. Share it with the people. Let us know. You know what I mean? And yo, man. We're going to get straight into it. TSA.
Yeah.
My man. Yo. I came across you via Quasi M, who was on the show. Shout out, because I was blown away from the get-go. I was like, yo.
Appreciate it.
Yo, where you been?
Shout out to Gwazi. Yeah, man, I've been around. A lot of people do know me, of course, you know. I've been like pretty much doing music for like 10 years now.
Yo.
So,
And it's scary to you know to think that, you know, we've seen it all. And it's like also your sound, your style. Where did it start for you, bros?
it started back in 2012 actually. That was when I dropped my first official studio single.
Yeah.
And you know, like the funny story behind that is that was when the world was supposed to end. So we booked
The world was supposed to end in Y2K also.
Yeah, you know. But so we booked a studio session in Northcliffe with my brother, Bambatsa Jones. And, you know, I just had this song that I'd written, like, you know, I had it like for a couple of months. And I was like, yo, I need to record an official single and actually get into a proper studio because I hadn't really been in a studio yet, you know.
Yeah.
So that was the song I put out. It's a song titled Joburg State of Mind.
Okay.
So a lot of my Day One fans will know about that. And yeah, man, there's even the video on YouTube. Like, you can check it out and see how far I've come, you know what I'm saying, where I am right now. And yeah, the come up has been real, man. It's been quite a learning experience.
Yo, I mean, even one of the camera guys or one of the guys from AMP to me, he was like, yo, I'm surprised you haven't had TSA on the show. And it's like, what do you mean? And I'm like, no, this guy's dope. You know, and I'm just like, well, where do you hang out that you know about this Duru?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's like, you know, it's for us, you know, also as DJs to find out who are the new cats on the block. And it's like, you know, what do you think it is that if he knows about you and I don't know about you, what are we missing there? What are we missing right there? Because, you know, we're trying to also, you know, we're trying to break down you know, the errors or the flaws of the industry, because artists are trying to break out, but they don't see the flaws through themselves.
Yeah.
You get me?
Yeah. First of all, shout out to the homie Tumi, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah, must you give you some claps to me? Yeah, let's give to me some claps. You know, he was already like, yo, super fan out here.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, like, you know, every industry has its challenges, and music is a business.
Yeah.
And, you know, for the most part, we all would like to be, you know, supported and acknowledged for what we do. But at the end of the day, you have to put in that work. And there's a lot of strategies that you have to put in place in order for you to become visible. And so as you as a business, like there's only so much you can be exposed to, based on what you're trying to achieve in the industry and what plans you have for yourself as an individual and your whole business. So I mean, there are a lot of blind spots within the industry, but I think it's just more about it being a collective effort to make sure that everybody is, working towards the same goal of actually growing an industry and making sure that, it continues to evolve over the years so that, it doesn't really get obsolete, you know what I'm saying, and
Sure.
just, rooted out. So I think it's more of like a collective effort, but most importantly, it's about, people who are still passionate about what they do. And no matter how long it takes, eventually, you'll see the light of day and you will get your spotlight.
I mean, you really, your sound is resonating with the Dreamville vibes. I can see the inspiration. Also, like the way you shoot your music videos, it's on that level. Like you're just in tune, right, with that. And shout out to your broski, Bambata, right?
Bambata Jones, yeah.
Bambata Jones, shout out to him. Let's give him some claps, man. And yo, I like the DOP on that. I like his direction. I like how he shoots your videos. Yeah, man, we're gonna check out one of your music videos called Go Time, featuring. Oh, you got some features though. I know you got one with Quasi M as well, and you've got a feature with Master Different. Shout out to the young goat. And also like just your rhyme schemes and everything is dope. And I'm just I looked at some of your stats and stuff. Is this game becoming a numbers game? Because I saw Nicki Minaj post up something, and is the talent, is the numbers exceeding the talent? Is the popularity of the person exceeding the talent?
Yeah, it could be. I think technology is definitely moving far ahead of us human beings, and it becomes difficult to keep up. But nonetheless, talent will always eventually find its way. But because it's still a human, application, you can never really keep up with the machinery. The machinery is always learning what, over like 200 million people are tuned into and what they are interested in. So the algorithm would much rather focus on that so that it becomes easier for a lot more people to find what they're looking for, as opposed to just focusing on a few, talented people. So it's just all about, what the purpose of the platform is and what it's trying to achieve. So, all these platforms are businesses as well. And like I said, man, human application is going to find it difficult to keep up with the technology itself. And yeah, hopefully, man, like, people would still be able to pick up what is talent and what isn't. But nonetheless, I'm hearing now that talent is overrated, and I must agree, because you just have to put in the work and figure out what the industry you're in, how it works, and you'll keep up with everything else.
Yeah, I mean, like, that's very, very true, because Ice Cube is gonna sue anybody uses his voice on any AI.
Yeah.
So
There's that too now. AI is taking over.
And I mean, like, people have been messing around with Drake's voice on piano joints, on some South Africa's local artists, and they would say like, well, this is what Drake would sound like if he did Sete, or if he did Lemons, and I think it's interesting, but I think for me personally, talent will always supersede the AI.
Of course.
I feel like when you want to connect with somebody, you gotta really find out who the person is. And I mean, if you dive in, like I like getting co-signs from other artists that are also coming up. You know what I mean? And if they say, "Yo, check this dude out," and I said, "Okay, cool, let me go check him out." And if you make it to the show, then you're good. If you don't make it, then you just whack. You get me?
Or you just have to put in that work.
Or you have to go put in some more work. Come back in another 2 years when you're more definitive of what you want to achieve in this whole thing. Because there's some dudes that are just here for the popularity. Nikki said it. You're like, this is a popularity contest now.
Yeah.
And it's like everybody's got to keep up with the popularity. And even DJs. I mean, I saw some other crazy DJ, some Han. Like, she had like at least about 36 double Ds, and she was playing piano, but she was like literally making them like, jump up and down.
Yeah, so it wasn't about the music.
So, and I mean, I went through the comment section. People were like, yeah, this sounds going to make you see the music. You know what I mean?
Nah.
And it's like, yeah, like you say, then it's not about the music. So then what is South Africa's music industry becoming?
Oh man, like, it's, first of all, I think what really keeps us going is the culture,
Yeah.
So that's what really keeps us together and brings us together.
Yeah.
So I think, you know, like if we can just continue to focus on who we are and not forget that.
Yeah.
Because I was having a conversation with my brother just the other day. It's like there's so much happening, you know what I'm saying? Like especially with the work that we're putting in and
Yeah.
being in the public spaces and being invited to events and being acknowledged for what you do.
Right.
You know, it's very easy to forget about where you come from, you know,
Sure.
and that's one thing that really keeps us grounded. Like every time we get to a new level of, you know, success within our careers, we just be like, dog, but we have to remember where we come from, because
Right.
there's so many people that are lost and don't know who they are, where they're going.
Shout out, you're spitting some
Man,
bars
so
right
it's
now.
like
Sheesh.
it gets that way, you know. So what, to answer your question, I feel like just really it still being about the culture and, you know, who we are as people and where we're trying to go as a nation, you know, as
Yeah.
a people, because the music will always be there, but you're not gonna be here forever.
Yo, you gotta, they give you some of the claps right there, man. Because I think a lot of people, and I mean, I also have it like, you know, you always think you're gonna, when you start out in this game, you think you got that Peter Pan syndrome, like you're gonna be here forever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna be young boy and I'm gonna fly all over the
Yeah.
place. And you know, when you explain like that, you know, we've seen like careers come and go. You know, and it's like it's wow, it's wild. You know, I mean, look, and I just want to put this in comparison with no hate, with no disrespect. Look at Justin 99 and Tyler ICU. The gap between Ayipi, yeah, I like that joint.
Yeah.
And Tyler ICU's Mnige.
Yeah.
Look at the gap, right? And then look at the number of streams as well.
Yeah.
Bro,
So it's more about the marketing, you think?
you know, I mean, like, because, like, Tyler ICU went straight for TikTok, bro.
Yeah.
He went straight for it. I mean, what do you think us hip hop brews are not getting right on TikTok?
First of all, I feel like, you know, not to compare I'm a piano to hip hop, but
No. Just leave it out. Like,
okay,
we're not
just
comparing.
as a response to what we're missing as hip hop.
Yeah, what are we missing?
But briefly, you know, I feel like South Africa is a dance nation at the end
No,
of the day.
oh,
And-
100%. We know
yeah,
that part.
And I feel like maybe it's more entertaining, you know, on the platforms
Yeah.
to watch, you
Yeah.
know, dance. But nonetheless, I feel like there is many like different types of contents that we could
Right.
put together. Things that really educate, you know, ourselves about, you know, like the art and the craft itself, and you know how to get it done and how to actually, you know, make it in the industry. There's a lot of things, because also the purpose of hip hop is not just to entertain; it's also to educate.
100%.
You know, so it's not just about, you know, having a party.
Now I'm gonna stop you right there, because you know I was always an advocate of educating and teaching, and you know I'm still an advocate of it, but I think also, like, you know, just like, you know, once again, the platforms are not for like this long school, you know, this long lecture. It's also the like the time span of the human brain.
Yeah.
You get me? Because I
Yeah.
mean, like, if something's gonna make you dance in South Africa, not just South Africa, the rest of the world. I mean, now piano's out in Asia.
Yeah.
You know, that's wild. You know what I mean?
That's crazy.
But if we go back to, like, you know, I saw another tweet that, you know, we look at the stats as to, you know, we have like our top lyricists. Let's look at our top lyricists. We've got P Dot, we've got Stogie T, we've got Youngster.
Yeah.
Who else? Yo, don't stop me now. And I'm
Reason.
talking about, like, we got, yeah, you know, that's a very borderline one.
Yeah.
And we look at the Spotify streams numbers every single month.
Yeah.
And you see, I like to bring it down to the numbers. If you're an artist, if you treat this as a business, look at your Spotify numbers.
Yeah.
Look at your iTunes numbers. You know, Spotify is better because it's more accessible. Everybody can get it.
Yeah.
Look at those numbers. Don't come to me with SoundCloud, because those numbers don't really fluctuate as much. And, you know, it's just the algorithm versus, you know, Spotify and SoundCloud is, Spotify is way more intelligent than, you know,
Yeah. Very.
than SoundCloud. And it's, the youngins still don't get it because they believe in the SoundCloud culture, you know. Look at the numbers. I mean, Stogie was like on 80,000 or 70,000 listeners per month. And he's a lyrical cat.
When was this?
Yo, you can go check right now. That's monthly,
Yeah.
right? And you got to look at those numbers and think to yourself, man, if Drake is breaking 80 billion streams,
Yeah.
right, per month, he's the highest streamed artist on Spotify, right? If I may ask, what are your streams?
Right now per month,
Yeah.
yo, my streams are like, it's not that great. Look, my monthly listeners are averaging at about 1,700.
Right. But that's, you know, but that's where you got to start You gotta start. You see, and then you gotta look at like your Instagram, right? So you got 16K on Instagram, and then you've got 3,000 on YouTube. What I'm getting to here is that there's mathematics between the three,
Yeah.
because if you can convert your Instagram followers to go to Spotify, that can pump up.
Definitely.
And if you can move them to your YouTube, that can pump up, because YouTube is a lot harder,
Yeah. Definitely.
right? So you can start migrating your listeners to the different platforms to actually start accessing, because everybody's moving to YouTube and everybody has access to Spotify,
Yeah.
right? Because they're free. And then if you want to go without listening to ads, you can go for premium,
Yeah.
right? And it's like, you see, a lot of artists can be so big on Instagram, but their turnover, like the conversion.
Yeah. Conversion is a challenge. Yeah, and I think to answer your question, the first question, it's what we are not getting as right, as hip hop, is the output. I feel like even myself, what I'm saying?
Hallelujah.
I could actually attest to this as well, because
Yeah, well, you didn't drop a damn album or even a mixtape in the last 4 years.
you know what I'm saying. But like, it has its challenges. It's music. But at the end of the day, I feel like if the output on Spotify was as much as it was on Instagram, because I feed the Instagram audience. But what I'm doing is I'm putting visuals to the music that is on Spotify. But I feel like I'm not putting out enough music on Spotify to keep more listeners coming back.
Correct.
So I think, yeah, man, you're definitely correct in the fact that the accessibility of Spotify and YouTube is a lot easier than Apple Music, because you can actually use the platform on a free basis.
Correct.
So that's why, my numbers would be better on Spotify and YouTube, because there's a very accessible, with Instagram being the platform that has got the most, interaction right now and engagement. So it's about output and consistency.
And it's like, you mentioned another thing about bringing them back. That's called retention, right? It's like, it's to retain the listener to come back to listen to TSA.
Yeah.
You understand? And most people don't want to. I mean, it's like, yo, I've got this and this in the bank. And it's like, okay, so what now?
What now? Yeah.
You know what I mean? So why aren't you releasing?
Right now, I do have, music that is ready to release.
Yeah.
It's just that obviously, man, like the costs of like mixing.
Yo, hold up.
mastering.
Don't think about cost, because you got your broski over there. Shout out to Bambata Jones.
Yeah, yeah.
Y'all can put out a music video every week if y'all need to.
I mean, that's true. It's just that the music itself needs to be mixed and mastered, and I like a specific type of quality. You know,
I'm just saying. Let's speak about Jungle. I mean, it's 4 years old, but you got a lot of stuff that's been out on the internet. You're putting out a lot of visualizers, dropping singles. Are you waiting for a blow up from a single?
No, definitely not. I do have a strategy. Because what I've been doing, over the last, couple of years is market research. I have evolved from the sound that was on the Jungle.
Yeah.
Because I used to work with a producer then, and then we actually stopped working. And then I had to now readjust and try to like rethink, re-strategize. What am I going to do? What do I want to, how do I want to position myself as an artist? And then I really started messing around with type beats, which is something that is also easily accessible. And I don't have to pay like huge amounts of money, because like
It's
I
on
said,
the lease, yeah?
Yeah. So the music business obviously needs capital. And capital is something that's not really available for artists.
Right.
And that's why you have to build up the following before you can get backing, financial backing. So it's just this loop, it gets very difficult. So you have to like figure it out and, make whatever you can work. And luckily for me, I have like, a very talented, brother who is able to take care of my visuals for me and is a great creative director as well. So like I'm able to balance things out where I can. And then where I'm still slacking, at least I can compensate. So
So now it all comes in, because I'm seeing what you're doing. I mean, you got the gear. I see you got the fashion going, right? Did you make this yourself?
No, this is a plug from Levi's.
Oh, all right. That's the hub that they have out in Rosebank. Go check
Yeah.
that out. That's the Levi's house.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Okay, so y'all did that out of Levi's. See, there's different ways to make yourself look flashy, right?
And presentable,
100%. So I mean, and you've got the videographer, which means he's also got a creative eye, so he can shoot you.
Yeah.
He can build your portfolio, visually for PR.
Yeah.
And then you can, you could possibly then sell some gear on Instagram which would then
Definitely.
pay
That's in
for
the
your
pipeline.
mix and mastering.
Yes.
You get me?
Merch is in the pipeline.
Okay, so merch is in the pipeline, right?
Definitely, yeah.
And I look at a lot of artists. They say, they're always claiming they're the hottest shit, but I'm like, but bro, you're not looking at the numbers. You're not doing the mathematics. You're not doing the research.
You're not looking at the business.
You're not looking at the business, and it's like, if you're popular, then you can get the endorsements. You can get the the retainers to do a little bit of marketing for a product, right? If it fits your brand.
Yeah.
I'm not just saying like, I'm TSA, go buy always ultra pads. I'm just saying,
Doesn't match up.
it doesn't match up. But, some people just be like, the bag is there. I might as well do it anyway. You know what I mean? And you're thinking like, man, I'm going to make like 10 racks and then I can go get studio time. I'm going to get a chain, first of all. I'm going to first look good before I go into studio.
Yeah.
And it's like, and that's why I say like, guys, put out the music. Put out the music, because if you're making money on the streams, like now you're getting like your Spotify and your iTunes up, right? Because those are the paid platforms, right? Your YouTube will come because you already got your broskies. I mean, you got more than you got a lot more subscribers than most people, right? So, and then when those streams come in, because it just depends with who you're distributing with, whether it be on a month to month or a 3-month kind of agreement, you can build it up and then start planning out properly. Because once again, when you give like your followers something to look at, like on Instagram, because now it's like, videos and moving stuff is what makes Instagram pop. Right. And of course, as well as TikTok. Photographs, they try to eliminate, they cannot. People still want to take photos and stuff. You know what I mean? So, it's once again, then we come back, because everything I'm talking about comes back to conversion.
That's true.
So when you're converting your numbers different places, because if some guy comes and he's like, I got 200 followers on Instagram and I've only got 10 listeners on Spotify, it's like, you got a long way to go. Because then people ask, well, how am I not making this money?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And it's like, how is, I mean, people in the States are complaining that if Drake is killing 80 billion streams, he's the highest streamed person, right, in the world. Why are they not like honoring him or putting him on like some retainer? Because that's 80 billion. Dog. They could, like, what are you gonna do with 80 billion streams,
I'm wondering
bro?
what that check looks like,
That's where you can buy, Pharrell's whole damn jewelry collection. Shit. Cash. And still go make bets
right.
on. And that guy bets. He gambles. I mean, and it's funny. If you ever watched The Last Dance and if you're watching Drake's moves, like when you have too much money, you're going to start gambling that money to see if you can make more money. Right? Michael Jordan was the same. Right? Man. So Jungle was your last EP. Take us on that journey, because it sounds like it's rough in the concrete jungle vibes.
Yeah, of course. I mean, that was just the period of when I was still a student.
Right.
Most of our come up, with Bambata has just been in the city. We're from Soweto originally.
Yeah. Shout out to Soweto right there.
We're from the 985.
985,
Shout out
985.
to Deep Clove.
Deep Clove, that shout out to 985, the group too.
Yeah. So like that's been our upbringing basically. So we used to travel from the hood to the city, just try and make a name for ourselves. I used to give out like CDs, I used to give out like stickers, all kinds of promotional stuff to just build my name. That's been my come up when social media hadn't like really popped off. So I've had to transition quite a bit. So then like that's the jungle basically covers that story. You know what I'm saying? Me as a student transitioning into an artist, transitioning into an entrepreneur. So all of these things I had to learn as I was just coming up, becoming a creative,
Right.
So man, that's it tells that story. And then eventually I was able to like, really mature and learn a lot of things. And now I'm able to apply a lot of these things in a business context. That's how we are able to partner up with certain brands and, just pitch, certain partnerships and whatever. So that's basically what the jungle was. And then, of course, I had to now like think about the current market and where it's at, because production-wise, the style of it is pretty run down. You know what I'm saying? It's not really relevant to the now.
It's not the guerrilla, marketing we could do back then. What did you study?
Studied IT.
Are you working as an IT guy now?
No, I'm not. But I'm very in tune with like the digital marketing aspect of our company.
Sure.
So I am the numbers guy when it comes to like analytics.
Of your company? Like you got a company? What company? What do you guys do?
Media production agency. It's called Nobody Else.
All right, TSA, nobody else.
Yeah.
Check it out on your YouTube. That's what he calls himself. So that's also like self-promotion of his company.
You know
Very
what I'm
dope,
saying?
very dope, clever.
So yeah, man, like yeah, we basically like I handle like a lot of like the marketing of the content.
Yeah.
You know, we come together, we strategize, okay, what sort of content are we gonna
Okay.
make? I'm the one who's gonna like study all of the analytics and the data. And hence why I've been able to move into the sound that I have now because I tested it first.
Yeah.
Coming from the jungle, and now I'm able to tell which sound people are resonating with, and I'm able to make more of that.
Bro, you know what? I've also done a bit of research. I'm just capitalizing what you're saying. Like, do you listen to lo-fi beats?
Yeah, definitely.
Yo, check this out. DJ Switch is dropping a lo-fi album, or sorry, mixtape. It's coming out with another producer. We're just gonna collab.
Okay.
And go look at the numbers on lo-fi streaming,
It's crazy.
right? If you want to get into a certain space or sound, because remember, people are just streaming yonka. They're just pressing play,
Yeah.
right?
And you cannot tell people what they like. They
No,
like
you
what
cannot.
they like.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, if they got a specific playlist and they just press play,
Yeah.
bro, there's no way that someone's gonna miss you.
At all.
Even if there's like 44 million listeners on just that one, or 4 million listeners just on that playlist, and you make it onto that playlist, no one can miss you,
At all.
right? And okay, so we're gonna check out this is your latest offering with Master Different.
Yeah.
Shout out to PTA.
Shout out to Master Different.
Yeah, shout out to Master.
Have you had him on the show yet?
Nah, he's gonna kill me for this. But anyway, I'm sure Tim is also gonna kill me for this, right? Once again, it's like, we've got. This is mostly for up and coming artists. Like, you got no gas yet. We're giving you an interview. I know you've been on Slicker.
Yeah.
I know Scoop gave you a shout out. I know you've been also. I also saw another online thing you did with Crisp.
Yes.
Yeah, shout out to Crisp. That was shot dope. Is that your ish?
No, that's someone else. That's
Okay.
someone else, yeah.
I'm just checking him because there's a lot of shows coming up, and this platform was designed to help up and coming artists to get an interview, to sit down so we can actually hear you. We don't just want you to perform.
Yeah.
Even though we're working on that to do like a performance segment, but there's too much of that already. You get me?
We just need more educational stuff as well to just help artists maneuver the game.
Yeah, but I think also to engage.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because everyone is just like, go buy my stuff. But it's like, yeah, but why must I buy your stuff?
Yeah.
Who are you?
What value are you bringing?
Right? Man, that's what I'm saying.
Pause.
Right? Yo, all day, every day out here, right? Make sure you like and subscribe. Let us know what you think of my man's TSA. We're still going to get into the freestyle. We're going to check out this music video called Go Time, right? Obviously shot by the broskies, Bambata Jones. Check out the homies' work. Obviously, Big Brother.
No, he's my younger brother, actually. He looks older, though.
Yo, you should, you got to eat your vitamins, dog.
I went
Right?
through a lot.
All right, we're gonna check this out. Go Time. Tell us about Go Time, man. I mean, I love the style, the sound, the lines, the way it's been shot. It's just vibes.
Yo, Go Time, man. Like, this is definitely one of those songs that I did during lockdown 2020. So this is when I was actually testing out the new sound.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, like, I was just like obviously in a very creative space, visualizing, I'm very big on songwriting. I love, just expressing and just, painting pictures, So Go Time is basically like the beat gave me that thing where it's like, talk about something that really resonates with you and what you've been exposed to as an artist, as a creative. And Joburg is a huge inspiration for me as a creative,
Yeah.
And I have an ability just to capture like just the energy, the visual, representation of what it is about,
Yo, man. Go Time. I mean, you guys are just shooting this out in Jersey. You're catching some clips. Yo, that Hans is showing his titties.
That's the dirty version. There's a clean version though.
Oh, is there?
Yeah.
And I mean, obviously, I know this. One of you've also been featured on Trace as well.
Yeah. Trace had a competition.
Yeah.
Called Stand Up and Shine.
Yeah. Right. And I mean, like, you got Master Difference, so you must mess with you though.
Yeah.
Right.
No,
This aesthetics right here in the barbershop. It's wild, man. It's wild.
This was like a run and gun, basically. Like, we were in Maboneng.
Yeah.
We just pulled up, and my brother's got like a really good relationship with space and
Okay.
environments, So
With
he's
no,
just
yo,
able to
in
pick
Maboneng
up.
with no security? Shit,
Yeah,
nigga, they're gonna jack you out there, man.
I mean, look, you just have to like have a feel of the environment.
Yeah. I mean, like, this is dope, man. I'm really just impressed with your style. Shout out to Quasi M, just for, for hooking me up. I mean, she just said, like, yo, have you checked out my broski? And I just said, I was like, yo, man. And I think your sound right now, you're in your pocket right now.
Yeah, man. I'm like, I agree, definitely.
You're in your pocket. I mean, like, it's standard. It's a sustainable sound, and it can go on forever. You know what I mean? It's got that timeless sound. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not like here today, gone tomorrow. And obviously, I know you mostly do English over your tracks.
Most, yeah, but like I tap into some Zulu raps.
Yeah.
Broken Beautiful, I've got like some Zulu lines there.
Yeah. And I mean, like, and once again, it goes to saying, like, I just don't think, well, right now the consumer consumes differently. I mean, we've pushed the narrative of, like, speak your mother tongue and all that kind of stuff, and it's like, but now it's like, yo, man, if the kids are growing up and they're like, yo, man, we don't have to. Yeah, I mean, it's against, family morals, but I mean, it's like the way people are consuming. I mean, look at J. Cole right now and Lil Durk. They got that joint right now.
Yeah. It's
You know?
going off.
That's going off, bro. And it's like,
J. Cole's just been killing all these features, by the way. Like,
I just think they've got, and that's the thing, like, once they have their formula, shout out to this man, Go Time. Yo, check it out on YouTube. It's available right now. It's been out for a couple of months. And subscribe to the homies channel as well. And I mean, it's like, you're doing the mathematics. You finding out what is the space you want to be in, and applying yourself to it.
yeah,
Right?
That's true.
And that's one of the keys to this game, is like, and it goes back to, don't forget where you come from. It goes back to all those like, elements of, like, who are you as an artist? And I mean, some people want to blow up tomorrow, and they don't even know who they are just yet.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And we've seen it happen so many times. You just make one hit and then it's done.
It's gone.
I don't know on what Instagram page it was. I think it was on Freshman Mag. Shout out Freshman Mag. They reviewed one of Young Stunner's songs that he actually did a cover to MT's Plug. And you look at the guy's transition from that
Yeah, it's where he is now.
to what he is now. And you're like, and you look at it and then you ask yourself, would you have listened to him really intensely then?
I actually haven't heard it. I must check it out.
And that was my question to myself. I'm like, man, how did he get it right for people to gravitate towards him on Amapiano? Because he's sustaining it.
Yeah.
He's not just making like one bang and then it's done. Because we have a lot of Amapiano artists that
I
it's
think
just like,
it's who he is as well.
yeah, he's become who he is, you understand? But also I think it was the bold move. Like, I think him and Satril, they found their pocket early, and in the early stages of, piano taking off.
Yeah.
Where, if they didn't succeed at hip hop, they shine in another genre. And shout out to them, man, because if you go listen to be honest, like, if you go listen to that Young Stunner joint, I wasn't gonna be convinced.
You want them, okay.
You get me?
Yeah.
I was like, nah, man, I'm not convinced right now.
Yeah.
You would have had to work more. And I mean, shout out for them, they saw the gap, and there's a couple of artists that have seen the gap. I mean, shout out to, Cizwe. They saw the gap that, they're hitting now like, millions. They're getting streams way faster than what they would on hip hop. And once again, it's just my opinion, and we're just comparing the scenarios, and it's just like, and every opinion is valid to anybody. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're going to get into the fun part about this whole thing, and it's like, yo,
The
why
rough
taking
part of this thing.
the rough part of this thing? Why taking a breath, man?
Hey, man. Like, freestyling is a skill. You know what I'm saying? But it's like everything, you just have to develop it and just see how you can.
Yeah, man. Yo, give us some, you can do some write-it stuff, scripted stuff. It don't matter. If you want to do off the dome, shout out to Benjamin, because we were listening to some of his beats, and, it's his beats. So shout out to Not Benjamin. We were at his show, Street Fest. Yo, trust my man's Mr. Not Benjamin taking, this shit to another level. But yo, let's go, man. This is Not Benjamin coming to you live from Amp Studios. It is the freestyle section. We've got none other than TSA in the building. It's your boy, DJ Switch, the mixtape king.
It's the switch.
Are you ready, sir?
Baby.
Let's check it out.
Let's go, sir. Let's go. Let's go.
Hey. Hey. 92, what you gonna do? Nothing I bet you can choose. I come up with been on a cruise, but I'm about to speed on my crew. I'm living outside of the box. My value would come with a shock. New ideas coming up on the spot. I cook it up all in the pot. Ayy, older than one till infinity. They keep acting like they paralyzed, but I know they all feeling me. Either way, they still gotta pay the price. I cooked up and rolled up the dice. It turns out the gamble turned into a vibe. Ay, look at God, look at God. Oh my, oh my. Prayers got me looking up to the sky. Can never ask why. TSA 3-letter name, man. You better recognize. Hey, yeah. You better recognize, I'm feeling myself. All of this work I've been putting and paying me back. I know I don't need any help. Homies that thought they ahead of me couldn't rap, and I didn't need me to come help. I took a break from the music to deal with my demons, and now I got God on my back. PTSD was too heavy, I needed to shake it, and now I came back with the slaps.
Hey,
Hey,
hey.
hey. Oh yeah.
Oh, yo, yeah.
That's what I got.
Huh?
Yeah.
Is that all you got?
I mean, is there another beat?
There's another beat. That's what I like to hear, man. You
Okay.
can't just come out here and just do one.
Yeah, let's get into it.
All right. Yo, we're hanging out with none other than TSA in the building.
Yes,
Coming to
sir,
live from
yes, sir,
AMP
yes, sir.
Studios. Shout out to nobody else, the agency, the community.
Shout out.
You know, Bombada Jones in the building as well.
The one and only.
Yes, sir. It is none other not Benjamin Beats. You know, he's got that fire. He's on his other wave right now. It's your boy DJ Switch, the mixtape Kim, coming to you live from AMP Studios. TSA in the building, sir. Yo, let's go.
Okay, hey, back up in the mix, put me on real quick. I was in the dark, so I hit the light switch. I was pissed off, calm on my nerves, load shedding on my dreams, but it's about to get lit. Look at what you made me, going kinda crazy. Am the way I am, something like the Slim Shady. It left me on the sideline, so I had to get mine. Did it on my own, couldn't wait for nobody's cosign. Representing Jersey, Soweto, including South. You looking like you got a little problem, homie. Wagwan. Looking like you got a little problem, my homie. Wagwan.
Wagwan.
Going for the target, like no, I'm Zatan.
Hey.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm gonna hype you up. It might throw you off, man. Yo, shout out to not Benjamin. TSA in the building. Say what?
Yes, sir.
Huh? Yo, I was waiting for that finesse you were coming out in your music. You know that?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know?
Yeah.
Everyone comes out here, they get scared,
Hey,
man.
bro, it's like it's the switch up, baby. You know.
Yeah, that's right, baby. It's the switch up. That's right. Everyone gets scared out here.
Hey, bro.
Is it really pressure? Come on, man. You guys are artists. You gotta, you gotta have
it's a matter
scripts.
of practicing. Like it's
Yeah.
it's not that bad, you know. I've like through experience, I've figured it out. It's like you just overthink it a bit too much.
I think everybody overthinks this music thing, and it's like you just gotta, you gotta run. You just gotta
Yeah.
go,
Exactly.
and you just gotta put out whatever you got in the vault. Put it out. Obviously, for us DJs, it's a bit difficult. We gotta get, we got agreements going before we can put it out. We can't
Yeah.
just put it out without authorization from the artist. But if you, the artist making the music,
Yeah.
and you've got it in the bank, put that shit out, man.
Just drop it.
Yeah,
Just
drop
drop
it and fight for them features, man. Them big features. Fight for it. Prove yourself. Prove what
Yeah.
you gotta do. A lot of people feel that features, embodies the work and it gives it amplifies the work more than anything else.
Yeah.
But shout out for coming through.
Thank you for having me. Switch.
Fire.
Appreciate the
I
platform,
need to get
bro.
that hat though.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Make sure you like, subscribe, check out my man's TSA in the building. Obviously, all the socials been running throughout the show. This is another successful episode of Put Me on Switch, and just like that, we out.
It's the switch up.
That's right. Yo, Toomey, is that a cut?